which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Take the roll.
Councilmember Beaton.
Here.
Mayor Zelinski.
Here.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Here.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Here.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Here.
City Manager.
Here.
City Attorney.
Here.
DPW Director.
Thank you.
Oh, I've got more planning, public safety. And City Engineer.
Thank you. Citizens comment on agenda-related items. Do we have any citizens who'd like to comment on agenda-related items? Seeing none, consent agenda. All items marked with an asterisk are on the consent agenda and considered by the city manager to be routine matters. Prior to the approval of the consent agenda, any member of council may have an item from the consent agenda removed and taken up during the regular portion of the meeting. Consent agenda items include approval of minutes, cash balance, revenue and expenses, notification regarding next work session. At this time, council could take action to approve the consent agenda as presented. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion. A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please take the roll.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, consideration of committee appointments. At this time, the mayor could take action to make various council committee appointments. Everybody should have received a copy of the appointments. If you have any problems or need to be changed, please see me after the meeting and we'll see what we can do. At this time, the city manager could make his appointments.
Yes, thank you. For the Personnel Committee, I'd like to appoint Mayor Zelinski, Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski, and Councilmember Sipsick.
Thank you. Consideration of a mutual aid agreement with Clare County. The Manistee Police Department, in partnership with the Sleigh Bell Committee, has requested assistance from the Clare County Mounted Division. Clare County will assist with police presence and crowd control on December 7th, 2019, during and after the Manistee Victorian Sleigh Bell Parade. The city attorney has reviewed and approved this agreement. At this time, council could take action to approve the Clare County Mutual Aid Agreement. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, is that a big need to have more officers?
Yes. No. All of our officers are expended at, I'm sorry, all of our officers are expended at intersections. We don't really have anything that's back and forth during the whole event, so this is something that's been, I think we've utilized the Mounted Division maybe out of Muskegon once before, and just something that was thought about, and I mean, they're the horses, this is, the sleigh bell's all about the horse-drawn, and they're very willing to do it, so.
It's only the mounted?
Yes, it's
Yes.
just,
Yeah.
And is there a fee?
no.
Also, what we do is we put them in front of the trees so that the kids don't come out. So it's crowd control, trying to keep the kids back when that big sleigh with all the, the horses, that sleigh doesn't stop quick. And that's part of it too, is to have them stationed in front so that they can kind of guide the tree down and keep people from pressing in on it.
Tim and I, along with Mick, are on the Sleigh Bell Committee, and so we've been looking for, we've had mounted patrols in the past, just because they roll with the nature of the whole festival, or the whole Sleigh Bell weekend. And so the Muskegon, we haven't been able to get for quite a while, so this was kind of a new find, and we brought them in, but they'll be put to good use.
It's been great every year when they have it.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, please take the roll.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Consideration of applications for boards and commission. The city clerk has taken action to advertise vacancies on the Airport Authority, Board of Review, Compensation Commission, Downtown Development Authority, Citizens Council, Harbor Commission, Historical District Commission, Parks Commission, Pegs Commission, Tree Commission, and Zoning Board of Appeals. Mayoral appointments require a motion, second, and council voted support. Nominations for council appointments do not require a second. After all nominations are made, council votes on the nominee until one nominee receives a majority vote. The following applications have been received. Airport Authority, one vacancy ending 11/30/22. This is a city nomination to the County Airport Authority. It's a mayoral appointment. I'd like to appoint Barry Peterson, 575 8th Street, and his term would end 11/30/22. Do I have support?
I'll make the motion.
I have support. Any discussion? Did I do it right?
Do we have a second?
Do I have a second?
Looking for a second.
Any discussion? Please take the roll.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick. Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Board of Review, 2 terms, 1 term alternate ending 12/31/22 and 1 term regular ending 12/31/22. Applicants shall be tax-paying electors of the city who are owners of property assessed for taxes in the city, and at the time of their appointment, and they're elected or appointed officials of the city. This is a council appointment. Somebody want to make appointment?
I'll make a motion to appoint Ed Quiskowitz at 387 River Street to the vacancy, the regular term vacancy ending 12/31/22.
I don't believe we need support for that. Any discussion? Please take the roll.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Tree Commission, 3 vacancies, term ending 12/31/22. These are mayoral appointments. I'd like to appoint Gerald Hall, 421 Cedar Street, term ending 12/31/22. Do I have support?
I'll second.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Your second.
Support.
Any discussion? Please take the roll.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. I'd also like to appoint Sue Verheck of 417 Second Street to the term ending 12/31/22.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Yes.
Any discussion? Please take the roll.
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion approved.
I'd like to appoint Patricia Sigala to 811 Oak Street to a term ending 12/31/22. Do I have support?
Yes.
Support. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilmember Pontiac.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Szymanski.
Yes.
Councilmember Sipsick.
Yes.
Mayor Zelinski.
Yes,
Councilmember Beaton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
thank you. Along to notices of communications is a report from the city clerk.
Okay, so we'll just get started. Clerk's department consists of 2 employees. Laura Lorraine is the deputy clerk. She's also in charge of payroll and benefits for the city employees. And then myself, city clerk. We currently have about 35 election inspectors that we hire on a part-time basis for elections. I will be able to take applications for additional inspectors this year. We will have a training in June. The county does a training for us to certify our election inspectors. It's really important that I have a lot on hand so that we can run the election and have enough people working so it runs smoothly. We also work closely with 3 other people in administrative services. Kaylee Owens, who was recently hired. She does accounts receivable and water billing. Ed Bradford, the finance director and city treasurer, and Angie Rabb, the deputy finance director, deputy treasurer. We have a great department. We all work really well together. Laura has her statewide election accreditation. She has been going to the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks Basic Institute every year in March. She went for 2 years now. She'll be graduating in March from the Basic Institute, March 2020, and she will then receive her Certified Michigan Municipal Clerk certification. So that's a really important education that she's able to receive, and it helps out. She'll be able to then go on to master classes if she chooses. I currently have my certified municipal clerk with the International Association of Clerks. I have my certified Michigan municipal clerk and election accreditation. I do accounts payable, and I have been with the city for 19 years. Our department has a lot of responsibilities for the clerks. We handle elections, voter registration, payroll, employee benefits, accounts payable. We do a lot with records archival and retention. We do everything with city council meetings and minutes. It's been nice to have Laura to help me out with those when needed. We take in the applications for medical marijuana facilities, recreational marijuana, business registration. We do a lot of historical research. We get calls, people wanting us to look things up, and we will go through Laserfiche and do a lot of research. We handle the rentals for the marina open space and a whole lot more. We conducted one election this year, November 5th. It was the city general election for city council, districts 2, 4, and 6. We had 218 voters that voted at the polling location, 801 voters that were absentee. That right there is a sign of the changes from Proposal 3. Now that we have no reason absentee voting, I think we're going to see those numbers increase, especially coming up in 2020. We have 4,848 registered voters, and of those voters, we already have 1,343 that are signed up to be permanent absentee voters, which means they will automatically receive an application for the election. They can choose whether or not they want to vote. They don't have to send the application back, but they send it back and then they'll get a ballot and can vote from home. And again, this is the increase due to Proposal 3. We're gonna see a lot of changes coming up. It's gonna be interesting to see the dynamics of the presidential elections, to see how many more increase with that permanent AV. We sent out voter education in the summer to let people be aware of Proposal 3 and to give them the opportunity to sign up for permanent absentee voting. We sent those out to every registered voter who wasn't already signed up for permanent. And we received almost 600 back already, and I think we'll end up getting more of those. We started off with 800, I believe it was right around 800 permanent, and now we're close to 1,400. We'll have possibility of 4 elections coming up in 2020. March 10th is a presidential primary. May 5th is a tentative date for a special election. I don't believe we've had confirmation on that yet, whether there will be for sure or not.
To the school?
Yes.
Okay.
And then August 4th is a state primary, and then November 3rd will be the state general election. Other duties for the clerk's department, archival of minutes for council boards, agenda packets. We do boards and commission advertising, which seems like that's a never-ending task. We're always advertising for boards and commissions, sending out letters for term expirations and appointments. We maintain the city directory. Laura maintains employee records and retiree records and handles reporting to the IRS and state of Michigan. And then we do various surveys throughout the year too that are needed. We do postings of ordinance, banner permits, bid openings. A lot of Laura's time is helping out also with telephone inquiries. She also helps with the treasurer's window and the clerk's window for, again, elections. We have absentee ballots. We're giving out ballots coming in and out, and any other employees that also need things. In 2019, we approved 4 medical provisioning center applications. They have been given their provisional approval, and they are now on to the state for their state approval. And then we did 5 recreational retail approvals so far. We are just waiting for their state approval on those as well. We had 12 businesses register within the city for 2019. Here's a list of those there. And then in 2019, we also had various education training between Laura and I. She assisted with the Business Expo that was held out at the Little River Casino this year. Again, she did her 2nd year for the Basic Institute. She attended a wage and tax seminar, Michigan paid sick leave seminar. I went to the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks Education Day. We both attended the annual conference. And then we went to an absentee voter focus group that was held down in Lansing. And we went to that to try to find out how we're going to accommodate all of these absentee ballots that are going to be coming in. And from that focus group, I received a call from the Bureau of Elections, and they asked me to take part in a lean process improvement, trying to improve the processing for absentee voters. So myself and 11 other clerks from the state of Michigan were asked to go down and take part in this 2-week. We had a week in August and a week in September where we sat and just basically went through the life cycle of an absentee ballot and looking to what we need to educate voters on the process. There's a lot of misconceptions on absentee voting and how the secrecy is upheld and how the votes are counted. So we just sat and went through, every part of that ballot. And I went back after the November election and met with them and received a certificate of appreciation from the Secretary of State and the Director of Bureau of Elections for taking part in that. So that was really interesting. It was probably the highlight of my year here. It was a great thing to take place. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Looks like you've been really busy.
It's been very busy, yes. And especially not being here for the first half of the year. It's been very busy.
Good job.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Concerns? Okay, seeing none. Concerns and comments. Citizens' comments. This is an opportunity for citizens to comment on municipal services, activities, or area of city involvement. Citizens in attendance shall be recognized by the mayor for comments, limited to 5 minutes. Letters submitted to council will not be publicly read. Do we have any citizens who'd like to make any comment? Seeing none, we'll go to officials and staff. Mr. Taylor.
Oh,
Nothing at this time.
I have some cards to pass out.
Oh, do you want to do that now? Go ahead, Linda.
Sure, we keep, I think we do it differently each time.
That's okay.
Rick Pessworth. And Jeff Split. David LaFrance is, okay, David LaFrance. That's what it says. And Brent Heskin. Who wants to pass this one out? And Thad Taylor.
All right. Winner, winner. Thank you.
Now we'll go to officials and staff. Mr. Taylor.
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Saylor.
Nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
City clerk.
Nothing, Your Honor.
City engineer.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Let's see, is it DPW or public safety? How about Mr. Bradford?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Is there anybody else we can pick on? Okay, DPW.
So the hot topic lately is the snow and leaves. So I just wanted to inform council that we started our annual leaf pickup the first week of November, which is pretty consistent than what we've been doing for quite a few years. Our plan is to make one revolution of the city each week. If we finish that on a Wednesday, we stop and go on to other things. If it takes us through the week, we finish it. If we can't get through the whole town in 1 week, then we continue on where we left off the following Monday. So on November 4th, we started the leaf pickup, and there wasn't a lot down out of the trees yet. We got 4 days worth of work done, and probably about half the city completed, and then we started getting snow that Thursday night and had to start plowing on Friday and finish up Saturday. The next week we got a whole bunch more snow, so we plowed Monday through Thursday and resumed the leaf pickup on Friday where we had left off. And then the following week after that was the week of Thanksgiving, or last week. So we kept the crews going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're obviously off for the holiday Thursday and Friday. When we got that large snow, we also got large winds that week, so a lot of those leaves came down. A lot of the snow melted, and some people were able to get stuff back out. And so we kept a crew going. We never took the foot off the gas, but there's still a lot of stuff out there. The snow that occurred Sunday makes it difficult. Obviously, they're trying to dodge the big piles where they can, but they can't see everything. And so we've had a lot of complaints with residents who are upset that there's leaves in the driveway and that it's back up onto the snowbanks. We will continue. We probably won't be able to get a lot of leaf pickup done this week because we're setting up for, we're still plowing and still hauling snow, and then trying to make the downtown safe for the Sleigh Bell Festival. But if we've got the crews available, we'll start right again and getting, we've made one revolution of the entire community, and then we've got about a third of it done on our second pass. So if we've got the time available this week, we'll get back on it. And certainly next week, hopefully we get some melt and we can get it out. Normally we pick up into the first week of December, and depending on when the leaves come down and how the weather is, if there's more out there, we just keep going back. And if the weather keeps on like this, we may have to do a special pickup first thing in the spring, but we'll just play that by ear right now.
Any questions for Mr. McCool?
You gonna put that information on your websites and maybe on the city web Facebook page or something?
We
so people
can.
are
We
aware
can.
that there's some tentative plans to keep picking up leaves.
Well, we can, but we've got it posted in the paper each week for the past 5 or 6 weeks. It's been noticed on the Facebook page, and I think that goes right on the website too. So we're staying with the schedule. We've lost about 5 working days so far, where we're plowing as opposed to picking them up. Other than that, it's, we just keep going with it.
Any more questions? Thank you, sir. Ms. Pontiac.
I got nothing.
Mr. Grabowski.
Nothing. Well, just I want to tell you, we didn't know Mr. Cooper is sick tonight because he fell down and hurt himself Friday, and I took him to the hospital. Got all kinds of pills, so he's dizzy, so he can't come down tonight.
He probably doesn't want you to share that information.
Mr. Smansky.
Just a reminder that this is a big weekend for Manistee, the Sleigh Bell Victorian Christmas. So there's things going on all over Manistee, literally starting now almost. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday. Parade Saturday starts at 5:30. So we're expecting 20,000 people to come. So hope to see you there.
Ms. Beaton.
Good. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and looking forward to all the activities this week. That's about it. Oh, I got nothing.
You got nothing. I just want everybody to first of all, we got the city manager's evaluation coming up. I'll have those forms to you at the work session to start filling out with a return date, just to bring you up to speed. Also, I want to wish everybody a really nice weekend. This is a wonderful, joyous time. It's It's a great celebration. Enjoy. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Got it.
Third.